Hey guys, Heather Hooker here. So I want to explain what is working for me right now, why I decided that my diet just needed to change, and explain how you can join me if you want moving forward, because I'm going in a new direction. Okay, so let's go back. So I've been doing portion fix, like the 21-day fix container portion control system for about 3 years. Probably I would say a solid 3 years. It's where you eat like a clean, healthy diet, like typical clean eating. You pay attention to portion size. What I liked about it initially is that it did not feel restrictive to me. I could eat all day long because it was low calorie food. I could eat all day long and I never felt hungry, and I love that. I love being able to eat a lot of food. I am an inner chubby girl. I have an inner chubby girl and she likes to eat. So I like that, and it worked for me, and I lost weight postpartum after my second pregnancy, where I gained 60 pounds. So I just kept doing it. I did it for a long time, and then this past summer, something started happening to me, and I felt like I needed more and more coffee to get through the day. I felt like my skin, like the skin on my face, my skin was like drying up. I felt like I could barely, like I was just exhausted, and I don't know if it was, I've been Googling and self-diagnosing. I feel like I was starting to have like a little bit of like adrenal fatigue, like that sort of thing. Like I could not function, you guys. I thought that it might be my anxiety, and my anxiety was through the roof this summer. That probably affected it, but I just couldn't get anything done. I started falling asleep every night. Like before my husband got home from work, he was getting frustrated because I was just exhausted all the time. I didn't have any energy, and I drank coffee all day long. So I started looking into some different ways of eating, because I do believe that nutrition is what you should look at first when you start to feel low energy or bad, like mood. Like I feel like you should always look at your nutrition first. So I started exploring some other options, and what I have found that is working really well for me is transitioning away from the portion fix container system to something that is called the keto meal plan. It's the Ketogenic Diet is what it's called. It's not actually a diet. It's just a different way of eating. It is low carb, high fat. So I know that sounds crazy, especially if you grew up in the 80s and the 90s like I did. Like you wanted fat-free everything, low-fat everything, like fat was gonna make you fat. But there's new research, there's new studies that show that it's actually the opposite. So it's actually like the carbs and the sugar that are making people fat, and like actual fat in your food is good for you. I know, it blew my mind too. So my heart's like beating. Let's see. So I started transitioning, and I'm going to tell you guys how I transitioned, because like my brain was so stuck on portion fix and color-coded containers that it was hard for me to transition at first. But once you see how easy of a transition this is, I hope it will make sense to you if it's something that you want to try. So I've been doing this for the past 10 days. I've been researching it all summer. I've been doing it for the past 10 days. I have lost weight. My skin is clearer. I have more energy than I know what to do with. I have gotten so many things done around my house that I wasn't able to do all summer. Some of you guys know that we bought a new house in July, and I just couldn't get everything done. I couldn't get everything organized. I couldn't get everything unpacked and put away. And I didn't have anything even hanging on my walls. I have these major bookshelves in my living room, like tons of bookshelves, like 20 bookshelves. And I couldn't get them decorated. Like I just didn't have the energy. So since I've been doing this for the past 10 days, like I'm getting up earlier. I don't need coffee in the afternoon. I am staying up until like 10 or 10:30 when I was going to bed at like 8:30 before. And I'm getting things done. Like I just feel really good. So let me explain, how to transition from the portion fix system. So I've got my containers here. Let me try to make sure they don't fall. All right. So, so these two, you know, are healthy fats. So these don't really change. So the same kind of healthy fats are going to go in here, like avocado, hummus, seeds, nuts, but you're going to do more of these and none of these. So yellows are gone. No grains, no carbs. What happens when you eat carbs and sugar is that it turns into glucose and your body burns glucose immediately. So as soon as you eat something that's sweet or something that is has carbs in it, your body goes to burn that. When you kind of starve your body of carbs and sugar, it's not able to burn glucose. So it literally will start to tap into your fat stores. It will start to burn your fat on your body. It is crazy. The old theory for diet and nutrition was calories in, calories out. What they're realizing now is that it's not calories in, calories out. There's also hormones that affect your body's ability to burn fat, which is why, you know, for 3.5 years, I've been working out, eating clean, but I still couldn't get rid of this, like my lower back fat, or, you know, there were areas that just weren't going anywhere, and I couldn't eat less calories. That wasn't the solution. Let me go through this and then I'll answer your question, Mary Jo. So, okay. So you're going to eat more of these, no yellows. Reds, instead of your turkey bacon and ground turkey, you're going to go back, like taking it way back. Think paleo. Think the paleo diet. You're going to eat regular bacon, regular ground beef, steak, fish. So not the low calorie, just the normal meats. Fruits, you can have one of these a day, not two. And you're going to be limited to the low glycemic fruits, which is basically berries. So you can have berries, but no bananas, no apples, nothing like that. Because the fructose in fruit reacts in your body the same way that sugar reacts. So you don't want your body to use that as fuel. You want your body to continue to use fat as fuel. That's hard to say. Okay, and so then green is pretty much the same. Green is still like your green veggies. You still want to eat those. The difference is now you don't have to steam them and eat them plain. You can like saute them in butter. You can put garlic salt on them. You can actually make them taste better. You can top them with cheese because that's going to come, you know, in these, you're going to have these extra healthy fats. So veggies are pretty much the same, but how you eat them is going to be different. So that's pretty much that. And then, so this is something else that I added in. So these are called exogenous ketones. So what this is just a powder that you mix into a shaker cup. You don't have to blend it. It mixes really well. It tastes like fruit punch. There's chocolate, orange, and that one is raspberry lemonade. And what that does is it kicks your body into ketosis. So the whole point of the ketogenic meal plan is to kick your body into something called ketosis, where your body starts to run on fat. These exogenous ketones, they kind of trick your body into making that switch. So the reason why I added those in is because I've read about the benefits of the keto diet. I have, I see that this is something that will help people bust through their plateaus, have more energy, just live a better quality of life. But you guys also know that I'm so big on balance. And so I cannot say that I'm never going to have one of these again, or never, fill this little cup up with wine. I'm not going to do that. But I am primarily high fat, low carb. And then I have these little helpers. So like last night we had dinner with some of our friends, and I had a beer and I had a burger. Like, I don't want to be the weird girl who says, oh, I can't eat that. I can't go to dinner. I can't have a glass of wine. So this morning when I woke up, I had this first thing instead of my coffee, and it kicked my body right back into ketosis. So now I can start back over, and it doesn't take weeks for your body to get back into that. It happens in an hour. So I have 3 resources that I want to share with you guys, and then I'm going to share, I have some meal plans if you want to try this. I have some meal plans that I will share here, but these are the books that I'm reading. So the first one is It Starts With Food. If you've ever heard of the Whole30, it's very similar to Whole30. So it's not as strict. High fat, low carb is not as strict as Whole30. But it's very similar as far as how they feel about no grains and like really limiting your fruit and making sure that you have enough healthy fat. Fat is good for you. It's not bad for you. It's good for you as long as it's healthy fat. So if you haven't read this, I would recommend that. This one is called Keto Clarity. This is more technical, but it goes into how this diet can help people with a lot of health issues that come from eating sugars and grains, like PCOS, a lot of thyroid hormonal type issues. There's been some good research as far as the keto diet helping those ailments. And then this one is called the Bulletproof Diet. So if you've ever heard of bulletproof coffee, it's basically paleo with extra added fat. So I thought that adding butter to your coffee was the most disgusting thing that I had ever heard in my life until I tried it, and it kind of just tastes like you added cream. So the Bulletproof Diet, this is a good one. So those 3, and then I have some podcasts if you want to learn more. I have a ton of resources that I can share with you guys if you want to try it. I will share my before and after picture below from this past 10 days, but I can tell you guys I feel amazing. And if you're feeling stuck, I highly recommend that you at least try something else. I know that there's not one size fits all for anything really in life. If the portion fix is working for you and you feel amazing and you want to keep going, please do that. I'm not saying that you should stop something that's working for you, but if you're feeling stuck, if you're just tired of it, if you're just tired and you want to try something new, I will be glad to help you make this transition with me.